If they can take away your rights, which they did during COVID, then you don't have rights. Those are privileges that the state gives you.
Oh, you mean
now,
my privileges?
Yeah.
Yeah, now, my privilege. I checked it.
Now, the guys who wrote the Declaration of Independence, they say it comes from God.
Right.
And that's why women weren't included.
The Constitution says it comes from the government. So we have a little bit of
contradiction. So
also, a citizen is an intern. We incorporated in Delaware after the Civil War. America became a corporation.
Oh, really?
A citizen is an intern of that corporation.
So isn't there language in the Declaration of Independence that man has his inalienable rights?
Well, show me the rights. If you cut open a person and look inside, then where are the rights? That's what I would say. A real Davos answer for you. If you cut open a man.
Bestowed by God, right? Isn't that what it says? I mean, I'm not an expert.
Where is your God, Moses?
Okay, so get this. Joe Biden did it again. So the New York Post tweets this out. Biden appears to freeze up, has to be led off stage by Obama at Megabucks LA fundraiser. I didn't know this was happening, or else I would have tried to get a ticket and heckle. But here, I'll show you what happened. So here's what happened. So he's always kind of in a mini freeze.
Wow, and Jimmy Kimmel, what a night.
But then, I know. And they're all wearing blue suits with white shirts and no ties.
Did Don Barris warm it up?
So do you see how long he stood there? Let me back it up again. So at first he's waving, and isn't it weird that they're all dressed exactly the same? But
that's
here,
the uniform for freedom.
So now he freezes. 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000. Barack Obama has to grab his hand, and then watch how they have to lead him off stage, like he's a mental patient at an old folks' home.
He probably just
look how Biden walks. He does the.
Come on, Joe. Let's get you.
So come on, all the way. He's got to all the way
into the cryopod.
Could you imagine it the opposite way? Could you? Well, the reason why. So Biden.
Somebody there taped that.
So that's right. A lot of people did. By the way, so Biden froze. That's like the least embarrassing thing he does.
Yeah, I can't believe people are just noticing now. There might be a problem.
I hope you know what I would like, Kurt? Yeah. I would like him to freeze up the next time he tries to sign some funding for Ukraine. How about that? Wouldn't that be nice?
Through and pump him full of awake pills for that job.
Boy, ever since he downloaded the latest update, he keeps crashing all the time.
He does.
I swear, those downloads, those new updates, they screw up things more than they fix.
Yeah.
I think he needs that. It would be funny if there's like graphic little spinning wheel in front of his face when he freezes up.
There's like 15 people in government. I've imagined that on their head from footage we've shown just on here alone.
That way we'd know to check the little bar to see how much longer it's going to take for him to download into his pants.
Download complete.
So it's obvious. I'll show it to you one more time. It's obvious that he does a. Like, I'm not saying he froze. Barack Obama actually grabs his hand and says, "Hey, Joe, let's get the." So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8. So 8 seconds. He just stands there frozen. And finally, Barack Obama's like, "Hey, buddy, you got to get the fuck out of here, man."
Oh, look how friendly they are. Just guides him. They're such good friends.
So now these people, she considers herself a reporter and a journalist and an analyst at WH, the UN, and NATO.
Olga Nestrova. Wait, let me guess.
She's a former pro athlete, UN diplomat, reporting in here in Ukraine. So you know she's full of it. And she says, she tweets out the New York Post tweet and says, "I recorded the ending of the fundraiser. Watch it below and always fact check before sharing nonsense."
Yeah.
Do you want to see the video? This is her video of it. Watch this. Watch this. So here's her video of it. This is her video of that same thing I just showed you 3 times. So now he's about to freeze up. As soon as Barack Obama comes to this side, he's about to freeze up. And what happens? So here comes the freeze. He's starting to freeze. And here's her video cuts. Her video cuts. And then it cuts back in.
So she just cut the part out?
Just cut the part out. You know, when I see a Ukraine flag on a female journalist's Twitter, I assume they are A, not a journalist, B, not female, and C, possibly not even a real person. So they just cut it out. She cut, can you believe that? And they're saying, fact check this nonsense. They're literally doctoring the video.
Okay, so she's some chick from a dance team and then dances at NBA games and then quit to join the UN. So it already the story.
So she's just out there completely lying.
Yeah,
it's the point here, Kurt. I mean, and you can see he's got that. I mean, so then people started tweet. So thank you for posting this person.
Jeez.
Trump plus the GOP says modern fact. Thank you for posting this. It shows that at least twice in the last week, the Murdoch-owned New York Post has shared misleading footage of Biden, either trimmed or cropped to create. She goes, yeah, they seem desperate. No, who seems desperate is you.
Oh, this is fake. That Trump plus GOP, that's some. So she's talking to like a fake thing to get this conversation going that it's fake.
She doubles down on her lie. They seem desperate.
Yeah, they all work for the same thing.
This idea that Trump is the liar and that randos on Twitter are the people who are lying are the blue check people who are being paid by the Democratic Party.
You know,
you want to see who else lied? Here she does it 3 times. So someone says, she edited this part. I used to record and edit videos for my teaching classes, and to me it was obvious. This person says. She says, I recorded a live stream. You're hilarious.
Okay, the video I saw was someone at the event with no cuts. But see, this is why I'm saying this is so obviously fake. This is like, she's 100% lying and knows she's lying, and that's a tactic they do. Just gaslight you like that. That's a tactic.
This is Ukraine level desperation lying.
Yeah, from Olga Nostrova.
I mean, Joe, a bird trapped inside of a studio has a better idea of where it is than Joe Biden.
That's probably his code name with the Secret Service. Bird trapped in studio.
So now people start tweeting it out. This guy, Harry Sisson, he goes, MAGA is lying again. The new lie is that Biden had to be let off stage by Obama and that he froze. But that is completely false. This video shows what actually happened. He shares the same video.
So it was prepared and handed to them. They don't even watch the shit. They don't even look at it.
The video's from Olga Nostrova.
Yeah, he didn't watch it.
He uses the same video. What? This is so obvious what they're doing.
Well, I think that's why.
This idea, so who is this for? So that's my question. Who is this for? Is this for people so dumb they can't even read a Twitter feed and see the actual video? Here it is. Watch, they cut. So he starts to freeze, and boom, they cut. And that's when Obama reaches out and hey, come on, you got to get the F over here.
Again, I don't care if he froze. Like,
I don't care if he froze.
Compared to all the other shit he fucked up. He froze. If it would cut him down to just freezing, great.
But that's this Harry Sisson guy who's paid to lie to you. So this whole idea that Trump's the liar. Remember the Washington posted that thing? They were going to count the lies that Trump did, and they did. And then they stopped doing that when Biden became president. That's what this is. So this is Trump never told a lie this big. And the lie is that Joe Biden's not demented.
Well, all these people, including Harry Sisson, think it's perfectly okay to do this because what's important is winning. Okay? So Trump is bad, and whatever we have to do, it's like we have to defeat Putin. He's so bad. Whatever evil we have to do, or we have to defeat the commies. Take your pick. These people are born and bred to do this. We have to win against the enemy at all costs. No ethics, no anything, no rights for you. This is war. That's what they're for.
So what he's saying is MAGA's lying, but what he's really saying is your own eyes are lying.
Who the fuck is MAGA? Who is that?
Right?
My eyes are MAGA.
Your lying eyes have been yanking you ever since Biden took office, Kurt. And your nose, too, that lying fuck. The next time you think you smell dog shit, it might be a chocolate souffle.
Yeah.
And the only way to be certain if it's dog shit or a souffle is to check with Harry Sisson.
I just keep thinking of
David Hogg did it too.
Of course, he's
another
fake
one of
thing.
these guys. For the record, this did not happen and is a total lie.
Does he even have? Okay,
Like what? What
are
are
you not
they?
going to show the video?
So now, so these people, I can't believe how blatant this is, and then people will still treat them like they're not lying pieces of shit. Like David Hogg is just a liar. He's just completely discredited liar, just like this guy Harry Sisson, just like this woman, just like this Olga Nestrova.
Yeah,
they're complete
influencers.
fucking liars.
They're all influencers.
Complete frauds, charlatans. They're the thing they tell you Trump is.
They are.
That's what
yeah.
these people are.
They're Nick Fuentes. They are that guy who will come up when they're like, oh, this bad guy said it, but he's another Harry Sisson.
There's another guy,
There's another Dave. Yeah.
Alexander Vidman. Remember that guy?
Yeah. Why? Why?
Because
don't I remember him?
he testified against Trump. He was that officer. Right? Isn't that who that is?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He says rag, propaganda, garbage.
What is that X up by him?
I don't know what that X is up by him. I don't know. So Alexander Vidman, so now you know all that testimony he gave to you about Trump was also bullshit.
What did he even say Trump did again?
I forgot.
It wasn't the ketchup on the wall plate.
No, it had something to do with the Ukraine
Oh.
and funding. It had something to do.
I mean, the thing that he's reporting on Trump is the main reason to vote for Trump. The thing of Trump trying to not give money to stinking Ukraine.
So an accurate portrayal of events is garbage to Alexander S. Vidman. This kind of overreaction suggests you all doth protest too much.
They just got marching orders. That's just orders. Put this up. It's like Robert De Niro has to go make a fool of himself in public, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Because if Trump gets in, look, if
So-
he gets in and doesn't release that stuff,
Yeah.
then fuck Trump. But if he does and just releases all that info, that
So
would be bad for a lot of people.
Colin Rugg says happening now, left wing. So he listed all the people: David Hogg,
Mhm.
Harry Sisson, Brian Tyler Cohen. You know who that is? That's a guy boosted by the algorithms and boosted by Democratic donor money and all that stuff. Right-wing media is becoming so desperate, they're just making up fake stories out of thin air.
I bet
That's what
they're-
he said
yeah.
about that video.
How much you want to bet it's one group that pays all of them?
Yeah,
If
I
they
bet
all-
it's
same story.
That's right.
Same story. So that's probably Mises Brothers. How much you want to bet it's the Midas
I bet
Touch?
they are.
Midas Touch.
And then someone named Rufus Gifford. Oh, I think I know who that guy is.
Nothing remotely close to this actually happened. I watched it, Rupert.
And then Andrew Bates says, fresh off being fact-checked by at least 6 mainstream outlets for lying about the President of the United States with cheap fakes. Rupert Murdoch's sad little super PAC, the New York Post, is back disrespecting its readers. Really?
Well, why are they going to New York Post with it? Because
They're
really-
pretending like the New York Post made this up.
Well, yeah, because on X they can't. So the other platforms, I don't know. Maybe people saw it on Rupert Murdoch channel, but I saw it on Twitter. So they can't. Twitter doesn't. They don't get to censor Twitter, so that they have to be extra desperate on it, right?
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh, let's go to Threads and talk about that.
Yeah.
Where the truth is, because I'll bet you on other platforms, it probably gets. They could suppress it, right? They wouldn't even have to go through this trouble.
I don't. So there's the battle lines. It's a war for your mind. That's what this is. Are you gonna? So the party told you to ignore the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final and most essential command, and that's what this is. And all these people are getting paid to lie for the party and lie to you, gaslight you, just like they gaslit you for COVID, they gaslit you for Ukraine, they gaslit you over Russiagate. There isn't a thing they won't lie to you and gaslight you about.
I told you when Dunnigan, he got a Raya date match with a chick with a beard and a dick on it to match him.
Uh-huh.
And he showed his friend. He goes, "Oh, this lady." And they go, "Hey, that's faux." He's wrong because they had a beard, and he was like, "I said, you know."
All right, let's not mix this.
It's all the same thing. Your eyes. There's a whole agenda. You're gonna not do this. You're gonna wear a mask when you're told. You're gonna believe a thing is a thing because we say so. Not in your personal dating or just here in your voting. It's all the same. It is mixed.
So all these people are sociopaths.
Yes.
Brian Tyler Cohen, Harry Sisson, David Hogg, Rufus Gifford, Andrew Bate. They're all, that's what you would call if they actually had a conscience, they would be too embarrassed to do any of this. But that's why the business is jammed with sociopaths like a clown car.
They look for them.
Yeah. These people are the worst liars in history of bull. At least Trump is entertaining when he lies.
I mean, what did he lie about recently? I'm wondering.
They're bad at the one thing they're meant to do, which is lie.
I've heard them complain about that. Like everything was great before Trump. Like our lies were great. Remember we covered some stories.
Yes.
And they literally said that.
Yes. Okay, over to Steph.
All right. More Hillary supporter, please. CP, thank you.
That is really stunning.
Thank you,
What?
Ristos.
Did you see that, Misha? Is that not kind of stunning? Even
I mean,
yeah, it's off the chart.
They sound desperate now. But I've been watching it for years.
Jason says, got my tickets for Vegas show. The meet and greet was sold out already. Will there be any chances to upgrade day of?
Yes.
Can't wait. You know what you do is you look for our friend Mike Timpson at the merch table and slip him a 20. You'll get in the meet and greet.
he'll get you
He'll make
the
it
meet and
happen.
greet.
M. Smith, thank you so much.
How
Philip
many
Blair,
meet and
thank
greets?
you so much.
Maybe we should.
Chris, thank you. Okay, so let's look into the meet and greet.
Misha, how many meet and greets are there?
She'll
It should
check
be
it out right now.
100.
Chris says the
I have a feeling there's only
tetragrammaton.
50. Sorry to keep talking over you.
No, it's okay. If you just move the mic away, it makes it easier. But are you ready? You're ready, maybe. Oh, you're not? Okay. The Tetragrammaton podcast with Dr. Cruz and BB Bobby Jr. is worth a listen. Explore the polio vaccine incident, simian virus 40, and the Pfizer jab. Chris, thank you so much. Does anybody else find it weird the original Zionists come from the region that Ukraine is in? What are the chances? We are at war with both of these places. Matthew. Cryopod.
Oh,
Tony.
by the way, I just
Back to
found
Jimmy?
I just found out a lot of the history about the Zionists in Ukraine, and that there was a starvation and the slaughter of 10 million Christians. Did you know about this? It's the
No.
you know who mentioned it was Candace Owens,
who will be on a guest, I think, next week. One of our guests. Yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go right now. Jimmy, look. It's not sold out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you know
Yes,
what? We're going to
definitely.
add to the Vegas show meet and greets. So we're going to add to the show meet and greets. All right. Cool Blue.
So we're gonna make more. So we're gonna make more meet and greet tickets available. We only had 50. I don't know what the fuck is with. Is there anything those guys don't fuck up? Oh, they didn't do this? Okay, good. Oh, that's right. This is me. So, so
Let me finish.
So yeah, wait. So yeah, let me get the. So let's. So do you have Keith's and ask him to make 50 more available? I should have had 100 to start with. What are the ticket prices in Vegas? 35.55, right? Okay, good. I think that's pretty reasonable ticket. Like, I see people charging $150, $200 tickets. Have you seen that?
I don't even know what tickets to see me cost.
You know, like lots of people who are just the same kind of level of ticket sellers as me. They'll have a certain amount of tickets that are crazy expensive.
I don't know. I don't know who sets that up for you. It tells you how to charge. I just assumed Ticketron was just adding prices and skimming off the top.
And then you know, that's the thing. You play like I want to play theaters, and some theaters they'll put $15, $20 on top of your ticket.
Yeah, right.
Like, what the fuck? So I'm not going to play those places. It's like, no. If you're going to do that, then I get 100% of the door.
Yeah, like at one venue, we were charging, our ticket prices are $35 and $55. On the website, it said $41 and $70. But that's not, they don't
These
even...
innovative bins, known as C-bins. While it might not look like much, this so-called C-bin is actually remarkably effective. These bins submerge slightly beneath the water's surface, drawing floating garbage into them. And they won't trap any fish because they only collect debris from the top 10 millimeters of water, so basically the floating trash. These are just perfect because the persons who invented these are
rabbinical grace, soiling the mattresses. Well, let me tell you. If I were Rabbi Shmuley and diddle 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 digga digga diddle diddle dum, all day long I'd diddle little bums. If I were a Shmuley man, I'd peddle all my dildos, dreidel dildos, selling dildos with my daughter and her mum. If I were a Jewish Shmuley man, I'd be digging with a dildo in my bum. I'd wear a grotesque nose and go grab some goyim right on the nipple with a pinch. A Shabbos lap dance brace for the youngest mensch.
At this time, more than any other time, you know, revolution is necessary. It is necessary. Not only based on what has happened with the MOVE organization, you know, the babies that have been murdered, you know, MOVE adults that have been murdered, bombs being dropped on us, but past that to what is happening with all black people, so-called minority people, you know, money poor people. You know, this government, as has been said earlier, has waged war on us. But you know, something about us, particularly here in America, we don't really understand that. You know, we don't really know what war is. You know, for black people, for poor people, that people see as good, that they wasn't forced to do, that they didn't do to try to keep black people appeased, you know, and calm down so that black people wouldn't riot. A prison situation is a crystallized example of that. You can make phone calls in prison. They have movies in prison, but they don't have those things because they just want to be nice to prisoners. They have those things because they know damn well if they don't have, you know, people being able to contact their family, if they don't have, you know, facilities for people to sit there and watch movies, people are going to be frustrated, upset, and they're going to direct that frustration at them prison administrators, and they're going to have riots on their hands. You know, they're going to have people in them prisons turning them prisons out. That's why they have movies. That's why they have access to phones the way they do. And a stop to it when we don't like it, or encouraging it when it's something that's in our interest. You know, we have to call the shots. The people have to take the reins of this system and start dictating, you know, what we need, what needs to be done. And, you know, taking the initiative to do it ourselves. We can't rely on this system. I mean, you know, don't people see what's happening? Every single confrontation that MOVE people have been involved in, every single issue, you know, oppression, economic issues, every single issue facing our people, you know, is something that can be dealt with very, very simply. All people got to do is make their wishes known. All people have to do is stand up and say, listen, we're not accepting that. Unity is the key. Unity is the key to revolution. Revolution ain't nothing to be afraid of. It ain't nothing to shy away from. Revolution, contrary to what officials, you know, this system and those backing the officials running this system, you know, want people to believe that revolution means violence, you know, means blood in the street. I'm saying it can get to that point, but it don't have to be violent. You know, when people come together and take a strong stand on an issue, this government don't have no choice but to listen. Where you think they get their authority from? They don't have no power, but they do have authority to do certain things. Where you think they get it from? They get it from us, from the people. You know, they get it from us accepting the things that they do to be done to stop it. Then you have some people who want to then turn around and say, yeah, well, you know, it's the best we have, and want to make excuses. The time for excuses is over. It's over. You know, every man, woman, and child has to be involved in this revolution. Not only has to be, but is, whether you want to be or not. I mean, our babies gave their lives for this revolution on May 13th. You know, men, women, and children were murdered. And not just move babies, you know. What about all of the young men, women, you know, children 8, 9 years old shot down on the street by cops, you know, by drug pushers? I mean, you know, where do you think that mentality comes from? It comes from this system, from the mentality of this system of getting over, you know, making a quick buck, you know. I'm saying that's where that needs to be done to stop it. Then, you know, what I want people to really, really understand is that it's past time. It is past time for poor people, black people, you know, to realize that this system has failed you. It has failed you. You can't get nothing from it. And what people got to do is withdraw our support from it and start doing for ourselves. That's what we got to do. You know, how long are people going to sit back and beg, you know, this government to do what's right when for hundreds of years all you've gotten is a slap in the face? All you've gotten is this government kicking your ass. That's all. That's all black people have ever gotten from this government.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletter. Just visit